3-2. Down low, ball 4. Did he go? Oh, he did. Rung up at first base by Ramon de Jesus. And he's going to hear some chirping from that Rangers bench. De Jesus, here's the first.
And then you see Mike Maddux coming out to defend.
Mike didn't last very long.
Bruce Bochy, of course, backing everybody up. And there's, a limit for all of these guys and for these umpires.
So here's something you don't see every day. We're going to have a play here where not one, not two, but 3 people get ejected because of this call. So we have Angels versus Rangers, 3-2 Angels, bottom of the 7th, 3-2 count. We have Marcus Semien at the plate, and he's going to check swing. We're going to check to first, and they're going to call him out. Semien not happy about that call. Throws his hands in the air. Bruce Bochy not happy either. Semien isn't happy. I think he asked him if he was watching the game. Here's the swing again. At first I actually thought he didn't go, but then this side angle right here, it's close, but I think that's probably a swing right there. So it is close. From the front angle, it did not look like he swung. So on the way to the field, Semien approaches the umpire, says a few words, nothing crazy. He just says it's a ball, that's ball 4, and he's ejected. It's a very quick ejection. Again, it's a ball, it's ball 4, gone. Then he says it's ball 4. He just keeps saying it's ball 4. See how quickly he goes right there. So if you look at the rule book, it says players leaving their position in the field or on base, or managers or coaches leaving the box or coach's box to argue on balls and strikes will not be permitted. They should be warned, and if they start for the plate to protest the call, if they continue, they will be ejected from the game. Now, I know that's the rule, but I've seen lots of players argue balls and strike calls and not be ejected. And I've heard umpires say eventually, hey, knock it off, stop it, or I'm going to toss you. And if the player continues to go, well, then they get thrown out. But this seems really, really quick right here. And Semien is known as like one of the nicer guys, and all he really says is, that's a ball, it's ball 4. And he gets tossed. So now we have Mike Maddux runs out on the field, right? So he's going to go out and protect Semien, and watch how quick he gets tossed. He literally says, I don't know what he says. You can't see because he's facing away from us, but that is a super fast ejection. So Semien is tossed quickly, Mike Maddux is tossed quickly, and now Bruce Bochy has to come and defend both his player and his pitching coach, and he's going to get tossed quickly. And I'll say one thing. I'd be afraid to eject Bruce Bochy because he was the manager of the Padres when I got drafted. I flew out to San Diego, got to meet the team, had batting practice with them, got to meet Bruce Bochy. And he is a large and intimidating man. Very nice man, but he's a large man. He has a very deep voice. I remember vividly when I met him. I said, very nice to meet you. I stuck out my hand. He shook my hand. Now, I have really big hands. I've only met 2 people in my entire life that had bigger hands than me. Mr. McHenry was a coach of mine at St. John's Prep, and when he shook my hand, he told me that I had the biggest hands that he'd ever seen. And the second person is Bruce Bochy. When I shook this man's hand, his hand engulfed my entire hand. His hand came up like halfway up my forearm, and his voice was so deep, he said, "Nice to meet you, Matt." And I was scared shitless. So I'd be very, very scared to make this man upset. So let me know what you think. Overall, in my opinion, those are pretty quick ejections. And again, I know what the rule states, but typically umpires have pretty good feel, and especially with Marcus Semien being such a calm and quiet guy and not really showing up the umpire, just saying it's ball 4. You would think the umpire would say, Marcus, I made the call, stop arguing, go back to your position. If he continues to argue and doesn't leave, then I guess, yeah, you got to toss him. But that seemed pretty quick for me. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and don't piss off Bruce Bochy.